Hi everyone, welcome back to Delta Drive Designs. Getting ready here to pull the cab, or at least get started on pulling the cab. A little bit of work to do to free everything up. So let's go ahead and run through and figure out a game plan on how to get this thing off. So, first of all, gonna have a handful of lines looking front of the cab, right between the driver and the passenger. So we got a loom of electrical, which is pretty torn up. This actually looks like the lights that went to the back that are hooked up to that the military style switch in the middle of the dash. So this I will probably just cut since it's all torn up in the back. No sense trying to save it. Same with the heater hoses. I'll probably just cut those, because whatever I end up doing, whether it's rebuilt core on this one or something different, I'll have to run new lines anyways. So cut those. And we got looks like an emergency brake cable. Yep. That one is snapped up there in the cab, so it's all seized up. So again, just cut that one. We got speedo cable. That one I'll try to disconnect. I mean, I'm not going to use it most likely, but no sense ruining it. Maybe I can use it on another project. Accelerator's already disconnected because that one was rotten. I took that off a long time ago. Electrical, at this point I'm redoing all electrical, so I'll cut that. Brake lines, brakes are toast, drums are all seized up, so they've been disassembled, so just cut that. I guess this might be that air. Yeah, they've got onboard air, that air tank back there, so that's what this one is. So I'll cut that one. This is the brake lines. I'll just stick that one right up here. And then the last thing is the four-wheel drive, the transfer case shifter. So it's pivots right there. The shifter's right above that little cap, runs over, and it clips to the linkage there. I'll try to just pop it off that cotter pin, and I'll pop it off. So that'll clear up everything here. And then engine wire harness. That one again, I'll probably, I don't know, if I can cleanly pull it off the dash and pull it out, I will. Otherwise I'll just cut that. Again, I'm not saving any of that. It's not the engine that's going in here, so it doesn't really matter. And then we got this guy. It's the clutch linkage. I got like a little bell crank here. It feeds from here back. I believe I'll just disconnect it right here. Pull that cotter pin, see if I can drive that out, free that up. And let's see, I think that's, then the last one is going to be the steering. I'm not entirely sure how to do that one. My initial instinct is to pull this nut, pull off the arm, and see if I can pull this off and just take the whole assembly out. I don't think that'll work. I'll have to look at the manual to see how this goes together. I don't know if I can split this apart because it's sandwiched on the frame, so I can't do that. I know a lot of people, they caution taking apart your steering box because there's a bunch of parts in it that are pre-tensioned, and you'll never get it back together right. So I don't really want to pull this apart. So then, if I can't get it off, to think about, I don't know if I have enough height to pull it off the arm. So if I could pull the steering wheel off, disconnect it from the dash, and see, the cab right now is already at 7 feet, and I've got 12 feet, technically 12 feet of height on the lift, or at least till I hit joists, and that's, what is this, 3 feet of steering wheel. Yeah, 30 inches of steering wheel. So conceivably, if I frame in the door and like I pick low, I might be able to get 30 inches and just take the cab up off over the steering wheel. I think that's the preferred method. Maybe I'll try that first, because you know, and really, you know, I want a steerable chassis when I got the cab off. So it would be nice to maintain the steering, and then it's a lot easier to work on the steering. So yeah, we're gonna go for that. Let's try for that. It does make lifting it a little more challenging, because my original plan was to lift, you know, in through this window and right here on a framed in reinforcement. But if I'm lifting low, that means I need to like frame this down, put one here, and then like one here. Yeah, I think I can manage that. I think I can manage that. So then I think that's almost everything. Oh yeah, then this shifter, it doesn't really work. It's all bound up, so that's why it's got fresh bolts in it. As I've taken it apart to try to free it up, I thought the bind was here, but it's in the transmission. So I should be able to just pop that off, take that apart, pull this nut out, and free up the two shifters for the side shift on the transmission. And then that, for the most part, frees up everything mechanical. Let's look inside here real quick. I got some free scrap metal from my neighbor. Put it in here. So on this guy, you know, there's a little bit of radiator connections, some electrical. Again, I'll just snip all that. Yeah, okay, that should free that up. And then all that will remain is the engine mounts. And those guys, I'll just, and just like the bed, I'll maybe try to get them off the impact. Otherwise, I'll just cut the bolts off. See, there's, you know, one there, one there, one there. So that's one on this side, two on this side, two, shoot, only three. So yeah, there's two in the back. You probably can't see very well, but yeah, there's in the middle of the back of the cab. Okay, oh, yeah, no, okay. So 6 total. So yep, those should come off pretty easy. All right, let's go ahead and get freeing this up. Go ahead and I'll do some time lapse after this. You don't have to sit here and watch me wrench. All right, on to the next. So I got all the bolts and everything free. I think cab is ready to come off. Just showing you a little bit of some advanced stages of decay on this thing. So what happens when you leave a vehicle in the woods with no windows, with like floor mats on, it just holds that moisture. See the pile of rust that I scraped off? It's pretty bad, but you know, I knew that getting into the whole floor back here. Get a new piece of metal, some new reinforcement. So frankly, it'd be, you know, easy, you know, knock on wood, but you know, just essentially cut everything out and start over. You know, keep the main structural elements, and hopefully get all the dimensions back so the doors close properly. That'll be the main trick. But interesting, so let me show you something. Let's come around here. So taking the back bolts off. So yeah, there's 2 bolts in here that hold it down to like some rubber cushion, a bar with some rubber cushions on it. So I think, supposedly taking these off, it should come off. We'll see when I actually try to pull it. But what's interesting is these nuts have this little wire driven into the top of it. And as far as I can tell, it looks like another form of a lock nut. Like as you tighten it, it's angled in such a manner that as you tighten it, it'll slip, but as you untighten it, this corner, little bit corner right here, will dig into the nut or to the bolt. That's my theory, at least. Yeah, it's pinned in right there. I don't know if anyone ever seen one of those. You know, correct me or throw a comment in the comment or in the comment section. Let us know what that actually is for. But okay, well, I'm finished cleaning up all this rust, and I'll start looking at framing up some supports in here. Hi everyone, welcome back. Last time we were prepping the cab to get ready to take it off, and I've been busy today getting it all framed up, ready to take off. It's squeezed into the other side of my garage, where I've got the 2-post lift, and I've got some pretty elaborate framing going on here to lift it, such that I'm lifting on strategic locations to try to straighten that bend I pointed out later. If you notice in the back, I'm not supporting the back 2 feet, with the hope that lifting it will potentially allow that back end to sag and straighten that kink. Not expecting all of it to come out, but it's a try. So I've got that side ready to go, this side ready to go. I know it may look a little interesting, but it's quite tough. So alright, well, let's go ahead and set the camera aside and close the garage door so I don't forget about that and ruin my garage door. Alright, let's give it a try. Binding on the steering shaft now. Yeah, that's right. Let's take you for a spin. Let's make sure we got everything clear. Everything seems clear, yeah. So binding for heavy there. So I'll push the cab back a little bit. Yep, free everything back there. Free of everything in here. Okay. here. Let's take a look. I'm gonna check up above so I don't smash something with the ladder. I'm clear for 3 more feet. Alrighty, that's how you take a cab off. Nice and easy.